this is the only mindset shift that you need to transform your life completely for the better, of course. We are going to cover what is that mindset shift and how exactly we can do that. I'm gonna share with you everything that I have learned, and this mindset changed has completely transformed my reality. Stop being a victim. Nothing happens to you, everything happens for you. Easier said than done. I used to be stuck in a victim mentality, and I thought that whatever came from left and right, I didn't have any control over it. I was just exposed, just like a tree being exposed to weather, and it was my role just to stay there and shut up and take it all in. And that's not the way. If we are having a victim mentality, we are giving our power away. It's as if nothing we can do can make a difference. And before we jump in on how we can actually improve that, it's important to understand why. I'm gonna share my story, and hopefully you will relate to some parts of it and they will help you as well. Me, I am from Romania, and the culture there, at least on the side of my family, was to keep it all in, suck it up, don't express emotions, don't express feelings, just follow the rules and continue. And when we are little, we look up to our parents and they are gods, and whatever they say is a rule. And then at school, it was the same way. The teacher were a huge authority. I didn't have the courage to speak up because I assimilated this story from my family. Blend in, follow what the grown-ups say, and it worked well. I was able to survive in that society. But then the downside of that was that I believed that if I say something, it won't make any difference at all. Or even worse than that, if I say something, it will impact me negatively. I will draw unwanted attention, and for me, attention was something bad. Was associated with violence or with being made fun of. You may say, oh, Georgia, but it's not true. Some things are really happening to me, not for me. Yes, that's true. Some really messed up things happen. Especially when we are little, we don't have any control on what happens to us. But now we are adults and we can take our power back. Throughout the years, I have been able to reframe that and own my power, and I invite you to do the same. For me, it was very difficult. I held a lot of resentment, grudge towards my father, and I believed that he hurt me and my family, my mom, my sister, my brother, and I held that inside me. But that didn't really serve me. Holding negative feelings for someone is as if you are drinking poison and expecting the other person to hurt or to die. It's not the case. We will also cover today on how we can let go of negative emotions and negative feelings towards a person. I was able to reframe what happened between me and my father and look at it. He was an alcoholic, he was violent, and I have some memories from when I was little, 3 years old, that are really messed up. And I was able to reframe the situation and see that all the pain, all the pressure, all the negative feelings I went through actually contributed to my awakening, and I can bring the same amount of light and joy, and I can share with the world based on that negative experience. I can flip that and share positivity in the world, and it has definitely contributed to my empathy, to the way that I can relate to others, to the way I can understand others. I can see my past and all the things I went through as a superpower. So I invite you to do the same if you have struggled with negative events from your past. Try to see how was that actually happening to your benefit. What is the flip side? What is the positive outcome? If you believe in manifestation, in the law of attraction, if not, I'm gonna shine some light. So we are all manifesting our reality. What we believe becomes reality. And that can be hard to hear because some of us are manifesting suffering. Because I had this pattern from my childhood, being in an abusive environment. I was recreating the same energy, the same pattern over and over. And this happens because we want to learn and grow. And until we learn the lesson, we will recreate the same situation and we will live in a loop. For me, how that manifested is that I woke up in a relationship with an abusive partner. That was many years ago, more than 10 years ago. And I woke up in one of our fights and I could vividly see that I was my mother and my boyfriend was my father. And we were living the same scenario. I just had that realization and I woke up and I said, I don't want to marry this person. Hell no. That's when we separated, because up until then we would try over and over, just like my mother and father. They would split and then get back together. It's also called bringing the band back together, where both partners have this magical thinking that if we try one more time, it will work out, but it doesn't. So if you are in this type of relationship where you are fighting, you are not happy, and you are reconnecting over and over again 10 times, most likely it's not going to work. So until I woke up to the pattern that I was creating, because I had that energy within me, I was manifesting it and recreating it in reality. And once I woke up, guess what? My boyfriend now is 10 out of 10. So I wish you the same. Maybe it's yourself or some friends that have an abusive relationship, or they are not happy with something in their life. They split up and then they get into a new relationship, but the same thing happens again. So why do you think that is? It's because they have something in their field, in their energy, that is not healed, and it's showing up in the people around them. So I invite you to reflect on the different areas of your life and see which patterns are you attracting that you are not happy with. The good part is that awareness is 90% of the solution. So once you become aware, then it's your choice. Just 10%. Take action and choose to let it go. And how to let it go, I'm gonna talk about now a technique called Ho'oponopono. It's an ancient Hawaiian technique. It talks about how we can heal the energy within us. You would go through saying these things to this person. You don't have to actually say to them, you just say it and heal the energy within you. So you would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And why you say I'm sorry and please forgive me is because the other person is playing the energy that is already within you. Let's say with my ex-boyfriend, I would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you could say, but that person really did some messed up things. I don't want to say I'm sorry and please forgive me. Why we do that is because that other person is playing out an energy that is unhealed within you. So for me, my ex-boyfriend was playing out the unhealed energy that I had from my father, from that abusive relationship. And it was the unconscious side of him that was playing that. Nobody is acting mean, aggressive, if they are in a happy place, if they are aware, if they are fully conscious. So I'm sorry that I made you act that way. Please forgive me. Please forgive me because I thought that it was your fault only and that I'm a victim. Thank you. Thank you for making me realize and learn this lesson and wake up to the reality that I was creating. And I love you because we love each other and we love every human. This technique has been experimented by a doctor called Hugh Len. He was a doctor at a hospital in Hawaii for insane criminals that were super dangerous. And he went to that hospital. They were very aggressive. Everyone was afraid to work with them. And then he managed to heal them. And what he did, he went through the files of those people and he would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, while he was looking through their files. And that's what actually managed to heal them. So he didn't even treat those patients. So I think this is a little out of the box, a little science fiction, and he was walking through the aisles and probably he was able to see that they were actually human beings and they were being treated well, and that actually contributed, but still it's magical and mind-blowing. If someone has hurt you, please address these words to them. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. The other technique to heal and to stop having this victim mentality is the letting go technique. If you have someone from your past that has done you wrong, I invite you to forgive them and let them go. I invite you to write them a letter. It is very therapeutic. It was recommended by both my therapist and then I also learned about it in my life coaching practice. The way you write this letter, it happens in 3 stages. The first stage is catharsis. So first you bring yourself back to the state you were in when you were vulnerable and super hurt. And then start writing. Pour your soul out. Say all the things that you wanted to tell them. Say it all. So I told my father that I hate you, how could you do that? You were so aggressive and I was just a little child crying and you were hurting my mom. So pour your soul into that paper and say whatever comes into your mind. The second stage is compassion. So from that place, after pouring it all out, you can write something like, I understand that you did the best that you could at the level you were at, with the mind that you had, with the conscious level you were at. And the third stage is forgiveness and letting go, where you would write something like, because I understand that you did the best that you could, I choose to let go of sadness, anger, resentment. I choose to let go of all these feelings for me, not for you. And I choose to set you free. And you can also write, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Sign, and then to wrap everything up, please find a safe place. Go with the letter. You can also read it as if you are reading it to that person, and then burn that letter, and you will feel so free and relieved. You are not a victim anymore. From victim, you are a victor now. Another victim mentality that I had was at work. I felt like everything was happening to me, like all these extra tasks were put on my shoulder and I didn't have any control over it. What I realized is that I always had a choice. I was speaking up, but I was not actually speaking up and holding my boundaries because I was raised that way. I'm not putting the blame on my parents. It is what it is. But it's interesting to look at the pattern. So I was a people pleaser and I was used to over delivering, working hard. Hopefully I will win the love of mom and dad. And for example, in my childhood, we used to have a grading system from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. If I got a 9, I was not good enough. If I got a 10, that was the normal level. So at work, I was trying to over-deliver constantly. Of course, my boss was super happy that I was just a workaholic without any hobbies. But I was the one in control. I was not the victim. I was playing the victim, but I was the one manifesting that, and I was the one recreating this pattern in my life. So remember, you are always in control. Nothing happens to you, everything happens for you, and you are not a victim. That was it for today. Thank you so much for watching, for liking this video, for subscribing. Before I go, I want to leave you with a quote. The victim mindset will have you dancing with the devil and then complaining that you're in hell. Let me know below, do you have any other tips, any mindset shifts that will completely transform our life? Let me know below and let's learn from each other and help each other out. I wish you a wonderful day and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.
You